everybody. Welcome to Lady Jacket Volleyball here from the campus of Cedarville University. Tonight, the Lady Jackets will be hosting a non-conference opponent, the Dragons of Tiffin University, out of the GLIAC Conference, and we expect another exciting contest. Glad you can join us here on Stretch Internet this evening. I'm Jim Clark, glad to call the play-by-play of tonight's match, joined by my wife and former head coach of the Lady Jackets, Teresa Clark, for the analysis of tonight's game. And Teresa, we've had a little bit of time to look over the stats and the matchups. What do we expect here tonight between Cedarville and Tiffin?
Well, on paper, these two teams look pretty even. They're maybe just a little edge to Tiffin in a couple areas, but it's too close to say that they have an edge. I think Cedarville has an edge in that they're home, and this is their comfort zone and so forth. We've looked at a couple teams that they've competed against and have common in the last couple weeks. Michigan Tech, Tiffin lost a 3-2 contest with them, and Cedarville won that. But then you have Saginaw, where Tiffin won 3-1 and Cedarville lost in 3. You've got Wayne State, where both teams lost. So it's just back and forth. So it really will depend on which aggressive team shows up tonight and is ready to play ball.
Tiffin comes into tonight's match with a record of 12-9. They are located in Tiffin, Ohio, under the direction of head coach Dana Cordova in her 7th year. A record of 80 wins and 111 losses. The Lady Jackets 15-6 on the year under the direction of Coach Doug Walters in his 9th year as head coach, 191 wins and 127 losses. This is the 45th meeting all time between these two longtime rivals. Tiffin, former NAI member of the American Mid-East Conference, and the Lady Jackets, as well as all Cedarville athletic teams, had played them quite a bit throughout that time, but 34-10 in volleyball all-time series in favor of Cedarville.
And you and I remember when we were in the same conference with Tiffin, and we had some really good battles between Tiffin and Cedarville during conference play. And so, of course, that was a decade ago, and so we've got different teams here tonight competing.
Well, before we go any further with our broadcast, let's join public address announcer Mr. Darren Miller. He will have a few announcements, our invocation, the national anthem, and then introduce both teams. about set to go here this evening from the Callan Athletics Center. Cedarville and Tiffin ready to go in non-conference volleyball. Again, glad you can join us here for our broadcast on Stretch Internet. The Lady Jackets wearing their white home jerseys, blue numerals trimmed in yellow. The Dragons with their road green jerseys with gold trim and numerals.
It'll be interesting to see. I know Cedarville's coming off of a long weekend. They traveled to Chicago over the weekend. They played in a crossover tournament. And so it'll be, they're fresh off of that. So did they get the rest they needed to compete? The good news, again, is that it's home. And you always have and enjoy playing at home, especially when you have your home crowd enthusiastically cheering you on. And so I think the crowd could be a factor that can help them, but I'm not sure that they're going to need help. We'll see.
Dragons were also there at the Mizuno Midwest Region crossover near Chicago. They posted 2 wins and a loss, defeating St. Joseph's and Southern Indiana, losing to Missouri S&T. The Lady Jackets just a 1-2 mark, beating Michigan Tech, but dropping a couple matches to Saginaw Valley and Wayne State on Saturday. Cedarville will start the contest on the left side of your screen. Setter senior Kristen Cardwell will get things going, leading the offense, directing the offense. 705 assists coming into the contest, 88% serving. We're underway. And on the overpass, Chrissy Pratt tried to put it over with 2 hands, and that'll give a point to the Dragons right off the bat.
And the thought pattern was right. She had a good idea. She just didn't adjust quickly enough to be able to put that down.
This will be Casey Adelsberger serving for Tiffin. Here's the back set by Cardwell. Cross-court kill attempt by Pratt. Dug on the back line by the Dragons. Here's a little roll shot from the right side. The dig by Shelton. Cardwell will go outside to Pratt again, and she'll be blocked right back down on the right side by the Dragons' front line.
And Cedarville's going to have to adjust to a block. Tiffin, it looks like, has a good block right now. We'll see if it continues, but they're also in a conference that's very difficult, and you've got to be good blockers in the GLIAC.
Another serve by Adelsberger. Cardwell will go this time to Taylor Wilkerson. Defended by the Dragons. That shot down line goes out of bounds on the far sideline. Cedarville has their first point of set number 1.
Tiffin had a good idea. They saw that down line was open, and they tried to hit it. They just went a little bit too far out of bounds, but not much.
Here's the jump serve from junior Chrissy Pratt, leading the team with 33 aces. Passed up by the Dragons. Tip shot cannot be kept in play by Cedarville, and it's a 3-1 score in favor of Tiffin.
And again, Tiffin was looking and said, hey, right behind the block is open, and so tried to tip it over the block, and they were able to be successful.
This is Danielle Hicks serving, a junior out of Cleveland, and a little tip shot by setter Kristen Cardwell. Give her 69th kill of the season. Beautifully done by the senior.
And Cardwell does a nice job of seeing that Tiffin's defense was way back in the court, leaving a really big hole in the middle. She was able to be successful.
Served by Rachel Cricky, 97% on the season. Here comes the dig by Pratt. Abby Shelton from the left side off the top of the net, and the line judge calls that one out of bounds, hitting it on the outside of the antenna, did Shelton. That'll be a point to the Dragons.
Cedarville needs to get in rhythm. They need to just pass the ball up and get their offense running.
Jenna Huffman serving at 6'2" junior, puts it across the net. Here's Gabby Olson, her first attempt of the night. The 6'4" junior transfer from Clarion, passed up by the Dragons. There's the dig by Cardwell off the Dragons' kill attempt. Shelton will try it again, and she'll nail it right through the double block of Weithman and Curry for the kill.
Abby Shelton did a nice job of tooling the block. She saw it, she read it well. She hit it hard and causing it to go out of bounds. And we call that a tool in volleyball, and she is so effective with that offensive move.
Now Taylor Wilkerson, the sophomore from Wisconsin, serving. She's filling in some positions for the injured Abby Woodard on the back line. Wilkerson out of the back row on the kill attempt, and she'll get it. And we're tied at 4.
And Wilkerson's playing back row. She is usually just in the front row, but because of injury on Cedarville defensive player Abby Wolford, they let Taylor to play all around, and boy, she's got an effective back row attack.
Left side attack by the Dragons. Wilkerson on the dig. Cardwell puts it across with 2 hands, and unable to keep it in play was the libero of the Dragons, Taylor Lattimore, and Cedarville has the lead at 5-4. Another serve by Wilkerson. This one's going to go far to the back line. Defended, passed up. Here's a middle attack, blocked down by Olsen and Shelton of Cedarville.
And that's what Cedarville needs. They need to get their block game going and get the momentum going on their side. That certainly will help.
Olsen, 81 blocks coming in. Shelton, 23. They doubled up and got that one to go down for Cedarville. Here's a nice play by the setter Weithman of the Dragons to make it 6-5 Cedarville.
And usually when a setter goes over and sends it over on the second ball, you see it go towards the middle. Cedarville's middle was not open, and so she found the open spot close to the net.
Taylor Lattimore serving for Tiffin. At the 10-foot line is Cardwell. Little tip shot by Shelton. A diving save by Lattimore. And putting it across the net is Adelsberger. And it hits the antenna. And it's a point for Cedarville. (7-5) Lady Jackets. Abby Shelton now on the back line to serve at 90% on the season. Dragons scrambling, back row attack. Another dig by Wilkerson. Cardwell right at the net, and Gabby Olsen buries it at the 10-foot line, 8-5 Cedarville.
And that started with a great pass from Taylor Wilkerson. She did a great job of putting it in the hands of Cardwell, who set it middle. Gabby was able to put it down. Well played.
Another serve for Shelton, just barely cleared the net. Kept in play by Tiffin. It'll be a roll shot near side, put across the net by Adelsberger. Cardwell, she'll go back row to Shelton. And it's partially defended by the Dragons at the net. Here comes the near side attack from Cobb. That'll be good for Olivia Cobb, a senior out of Orient, Ohio, 8-6 Cedarville.
And Olivia Cobb is a senior go-to player. She, when you put it in her hand, she knows what to do with it. She looked and she saw an opportunity to get through the Cedarville block, and she was very effective.
Cobb will go back to serve, leading the team coming in at 209 kills, a senior. Passed up by Chrissy Pratt of Cedarville. Pratt gets it back from Cardwell, goes cross court, but there's the dig by Hicks. A little tip shot in the middle, and Cedarville cannot keep it in play. Give the kill to Casey Adelsberger of Tiffin.
Cedarville's block was expecting and set up for a cross court or a hit, and they dinked it over. They did a little hit over the block.
Cobb on the serve, floats it across the net. Becker goes down to get it. Here's the slide attack by Gabby Olsen, and Gabby will get her second kill of set number 1, 9-7 Cedarville.
Wasn't the best slide that I've ever seen Gabby do. It was a little bit low. The set was a little low, but it still was effective, and a kill is a kill.
Angela Becker now serving from the back line. The libero out of Colorado. Nice shot down line, but it goes out of bounds on the near side. But it is a touch by Cedarville at the net. Point Dragons.
And the honor call is so effective with the Cedarville player telling the official that I know you didn't call that touch, but I did touch it, and being honest about it. And that's what Cedarville volleyball is all about.
Here comes the serve by the Dragons, put across the net. Becker on the pass, back set to Pratt from Cardwell, and a solid block right there on the front near side of the Dragons. Getting most of it was Jenna Huffman, a 6'2 junior. We're tied at 9. Another serve by sophomore setter Emily Weithman. Back row attack from Wilkerson, dug on the back line by Weithman. Far side attack put down on the tip shot. There's Cricky and the Pratt for the block. And now Shelton has to defend it. Here's Cricky again from the middle. She puts it right back over, but that's an easy play right at the net for Olivia Davis for the kill for Tiffin.
And again, Cedarville's got to get in their rhythm, and they've got to get their offensive game running consistently.
And we'll give that kill to Jenna Huffman at the net to give the Dragons the 1-point lead at 10-9. Another serve coming for Weithman, and out of rotation is Cedarville. That'll be an easy point for the Dragons. They'll lead it by 2, 11-9.
I think that confusion is because of Taylor Wilkerson being in the back row. She's not used to being in the back row, and so she's right now saying, where do I need to be, and forgetting which she's left, center, or right. But it was a good call. It was the right call, and so now that she has had that happen, she won't make that mistake again.
Shelton, Becker, Pratt await the serve of Weithman. Off the top of the net, passed up by Chrissy Pratt. Cardwell outside to Cricky, goes cross court. Defended on the back line by the Dragons, and a tip shot hits the floor in front of Angela Becker, and the Dragons have a 3-point lead at 12-9 here midway through set number 1.
And right now, Tiffin's playing a pretty quick offense, and so Cedarville needs to step up and get under that.
Becker on the pass. Inside the 10-foot line is Cardwell, and nobody there, but Crickey makes something out of it. Here comes Weithman in the set. That's an easy play right there in the middle. Jenna Huffman buries it. 13-9 is the score in favor of Tiffin. And Coach Doug Walters, sensing the momentum definitely the way of Tiffin, takes the first of his 2 timeouts.
And I'm sure he's starting to adjust some of the things he's seeing on the court. There's some wide open spaces in his defense, and Tiffin's capitalizing on them. Tiffin is reading the court well. They're reading the situations. They're doing a lot of the tactical part of the game and making some adjustments and getting it done. One of the things that they're doing is they are seeing that when Cardwell is in the front and part of the block, that's a place to hit, and so they're trying to go down line over her head on that block. Defense behind her has got to step up. Tiffin's also playing very scrappy defense, and what normally goes down for Cedarville hasn't consistently been going down, so that it's thrown them a little off in their game, but it's still early in this match, and so with this set just a few points away and being a momentum game, if Cedarville can come out of this timeout and get a side out and click off a couple points, then they're right back in it.
6 straight points put on the board by the Dragons of Tiffin to lead it 13-9. And again, back to serve will be sophomore setter Emily Weithman, leading the team, coming in with 28 aces on the year. And again, she'll send it over the net to Shelton, Becker, or Pratt. This will be Pratt again on the pass, has trouble with it, goes out of bounds just down below us into the stands. That's an ace serve for Weithman, 14-9 Tiffin. Weithman goes right after Pratt again. The overpass, that's an easy play at the net, put down for the point for Tiffin.
Doug Walters is substituting and getting a defensive play. I'm sure he wants to just let Chrissy kind of regroup mentally and physically and then get the pass game going. Cedarville needs a side out.
Erin McCullough checks in, 5'10 freshman from Delaware, Ohio, and Becker steps in to receive the serve. Here's Crickey from the far side, blocked right back down in the front line by Huffman and Adelsberger. 16-9 in favor of Tiffin.
Right now, Tiffin's playing very aggressive at the net, and Cedarville's scrambling, and they've got to get back in rhythm.
Dragons have scored 9 straight points, and again, Cedarville scrambling just to get the ball across the net. Here comes the pass from Lattimore. Quick attack in the middle, and that will be another point for Jenna Huffman on the kill. And the Lady Jacket defense is not ready for those quick attacks at the net. Weithman again serving for Tiffin. This one's just inside the 10-foot line, and a diving McCullough cannot get to it. An ace serve, and the Dragons have now doubled up Cedarville at 18-9.
And again, Tiffin's just playing a fast-paced offense, and Cedarville's defense has got to adjust to it.
11 straight points for Tiffin. Here's the pass by Wilkerson, much better. Back set to McCullough from Cardwell, and McCullough sends that one way out of bounds into the Dragons bench. And point number 19, a 10-point lead, 19-9. And Pratt will check in, replacing McCullough for Cedarville. Weithman goes after Wilkerson, overpass. That one fortunately blocked by Cardwell at the net. Here's Wilkerson, another dig. Cardwell outside to Pratt. She cranks one down. And that would be a kill for the junior, Chrissy Pratt.
And Chrissy came in after being subbed out with a let's get this done attitude. And boy, she stepped up the pace and has been talking on the court and results in a good kill.
Cardwell serving for the Lady Jackets. Here's Weithman with the set little tip shot defended there by Cardwell. Steps up to give the ball to Becker. Now Wilkerson from the right side. Passed up on the back line by the Dragons. Right side shot is dug by Shelton. This is Pratt from the left side through the double block. Again, Chrissy Pratt back-to-back kills.
And right now, Pratt's pretty fired up out there, and hopefully she can keep that momentum going with her team.
19-11, Lady Jackets trailing Tiffin. Cardwell again on the serve. Weithman, a quick attack in the middle, put across the net by Adelsberger, defended by Cedarville, and that is an easy play right there for Weithman, right in the middle of the Cedarville defense for the point.
And just like you said, the middle was wide open, and so the setter looked like she was going to go outside, but instead sent it over on second ball.
Adelsberger serving for the Dragons, leading 20-11. Slide attack from Cardwell to Cricky gives Rachel the kill for Cedarville. Pratt will go to the back line to serve for Cedarville. 88% on the year, 33 aces. She drills that one back corner. Here's the overpass. Shelton to Cardwell to Wilkerson for the kill.
They started with a good pass. They put it in Cardwell's hands. She knew exactly what to do. All three offense went up in an attack mode, and that messed up the block, and it was able to get Taylor to send it down.
Shelton, Wilkerson, Cricky across the front line. Another serve coming from Pratt. Wythmore, she'll go left side, blocked there by Cricky. At the net, battle for it, and Abby Shelton wins that one. 20-14 is the score.
Now the momentum has gone to Cedarville's side. Let's just hope it's not too late.
Pratt again to serve. The high toss, the jump serve, back corner, ace for Chrissy Pratt, 20-15. The Lady Jackets have closed the lead, which is at 1.9 points. They've cut it basically in half to 20-15. And Coach Dana Cordova of Tiffin takes her first of 2 timeouts.
So while we have this timeout, I'm going to apologize for calling Abby Woodard Abby Wolford. That is my bad. That I know her name. I just came out wrong. And so she is the one that's injured. She's the one that has a knee injury that they're having checked out. And so she's the defensive player that they're adjusting for in the back. And so whenever you make an adjustment like that, it shakes the confidence level around you. You just haven't played together enough to get in rhythm. And so Cedarville's having to adjust to that, and that just happened on Saturday, so they really haven't had time to do a lot of adjusting, but Taylor has been stepping up to the plate and doing a good job. They just need to communicate and keep it going. Tiffin is playing a very fast-paced offense, and that has got Cedarville's defense a little off guard, and so they've got to, again, step it up. They're playing really scrappy and defense, and they have had a momentum that's been rolling, and so that timeout was to cool Cedarville's Jets. Let's see if it worked.
Volleyball is such a momentum sport. We've seen it shift both ways here in set number 1. Started out rather slowly. Tiffin pulled away. Lady Jackets trying to creep back up into the action. Now here's a kill attempt from the left side. That one sails out of bounds. No, it's going to be called in on the far sideline just to the left of Becker for the point for Tiffin.
It was real close. It was really at the line, but it dropped in, and so Tiffin's timeout was productive.
21-15 Dragons. College volleyball, you play each set to 25, the best of 5. Must win by 2 points. Here's a roll shot near side by Cricky, and that's an easy play right there to be put down for the kill for the Dragons by Amanda Curry. Danielle Hicks back to serve again for Tiffin, leading by 7, just 3 points away from victory. There's a tough pass for Cardwell to handle out of the back rows. Wilkerson kept in play by Cricky. Now roll shot by Shelton. Hicks on the pass to Weithman. Quick attack in the middle, partially blocked by Cricky. Wilkerson will keep it alive at the net. Now the Dragons set up their offense again. Pratt on the pass to Cardwell. Outside to Shelton, cross court, and good. Right past Hicks for the point.
And that started off with a great pass by Pratt. She did a nice job. She got it in Cardwell's hand, who sent it quickly over to Abby. And Abby was able to get a quick offense going on Tiffin, and it went straight down.
Olsen, Shelton, Wilkerson on the front line. Cricky on the back line to serve. Here comes the set by Weithman. Near side attack by Cobb is going to be good. (23-16) Tiffin just 2 points away from victory set 1. Lady Jackets trying to scramble back into this thing. Cardwell at the net, quick slide attack by Gabby Olsen, and unable to play it was Taylor Lattimore for the kill for Cedarville.
And that's exactly what Cedarville needs to do. They need to get Gabby in there and get her in her rhythm, but they need to set her more because Tiffin hasn't been able to handle her.
Third kill of the night for Olsen. Here's the serve from Wilkerson. Passed up near side Cobb on the roll shot. Shelton sends the ball out of bounds on first ball. It'll be set point for the Dragons, 24-17. And back to serve is Taylor Lattimore. Floats it across the net. There's Wilkerson at the 10-foot line. Carville, slide attack by Olsen, not touched by the Dragons at the net. It goes out of bounds on the back line, and that will give set number 1 to the Dragons, a final score of 25-17.
I know we said it a few times during that set, but Tiffin is playing a very fast-paced game, and Cedarville's defense has got to run through. And they've got to be not resting on their heels, but up on their toes, ready to run through and pick those up at a faster pace. Cedarville's just a little out of rhythm right now. They're just reacting to the game instead of playing their game plan. And so they've got to get back into their game plan mode. They've got to set Gabby more. She can be a very effective tool. She has always been a very effective tool at the net, and so they've got to get the passes in Cardwell's hands so that she can set Gabby. And I think if those things happen, Cedarville will be able to get this second set. We'll see.
Very balanced attack by both teams here in set number 1. 4 players for Tiffin with 3 kills each. They put up an attack percentage of 31%. And for Cedarville, Gabby Olsen with 3 kills and 4 players with 2 kills each, but just a 15% attack percentage. 2 blocks for Cedarville, 3 for Tiffin, so that's been pretty much even. And the back line, 13 digs for the Lady Jackets, 10 for the Dragons. So pretty much the biggest difference in the set was that attack percentage.
Absolutely, and again, they have that fast-paced offense going, so they've been able to get the ball going down and staying in court more consistently than Cedarville. Their defense is playing real scrappy, so Cedarville has been throwing things at them, been trying to attack the ball, and Tiffin's defense has been pulling it back up, and so Cedarville needs to do the same.
I want to congratulate senior libero Angela Becker over the weekend up there in Aurora, Illinois. She became the 6th Lady Jacket all-time to pass 2,000 digs for her career, so that is quite a milestone. She joins quite a outstanding group of defensive players that have been passing through volleyball history, and so congratulations to Angela Becker on that achievement.
And she's quite a scrappy player. She has really matured since her freshman year, but she is aggressive. And when she is mentally on her game, she can pull up some amazing balls. And so well-deserved, and congratulations to Angela.
Both teams back out onto the court after switching sides. It'll be Tiffin to start things off with the serve. Winning set number 1, 25-17. We'll see how the momentum starts out here when set number 2 gets rolling. On the floor for the Lady Jackets to start things out will be Cricky, Pratt, and Wilkerson, along with Becker, Cardwell, and Shelton. Serving for the Dragons, sophomore setter Emily Weithman did a lot of damage for the Dragons on the serving line. In set 1, we're underway. Here's the pass by Chrissy Pratt. Cardwell sends it back in play, and out of the back row is a roll shot from Shelton. Quick attack in the middle, defended on the front line by Cedarville. Wilkerson on the pass to Cardwell. She'll send it near side to Pratt, and it's going to be a illegal double hit violation by setter Cardwell to give the point to Tiffin.
That's very unusual for Cardwell to do a double hit, but you could see the direction of the ball shifting, and so that was definitely a correct call by the official.
Weithman again to serve, floats it across. There's the pass by Becker. Cardwell inside the 10-foot line to Wilkerson, cross court, but Latimer there with the dig. Now Hicks from the left side, blocked there by Wilkerson and Cricky. Little tip shot wide open, but it's going to go out of bounds. There was some space there, but unable to find it was Casey Adelsberger. We're tied at 1.
It was a smart play by Tiffin. They saw an open area, wide open area in the defense of Cedarville. Tried to get it, just went a little too far.
Chrissy Pratt now serving, fires it across, the overpass. Cricky goes up for the kill.
And that's pretty typical. You pass the ball over on first ball. If it's at the net, your middle hitter's going to send it over, and Cricky did a nice job of adjusting and sending it straight down.
Chrissy Pratt again to serve for Cedarville. Lattimore with the pass, tuck play at the net for setter Weithman, and in the net violation, maybe a back row attack. Not sure what that call was, but it's 3-1 Cedarville. And Pratt again will try the jump serve. Lattimore on the pass. Weithman far side to Hicks, and she fires it across, but there is Chrissy Pratt for the dig. Again, Adelsberger on the kill. Pratt, another dig. Cardwell near side to Shelton. Blocked at the net, kept in play by Tiffin. Wilkerson goes up, but a dig there on the back line by Cobb of Tiffin. Some great volleyball right now by both teams. Wilkerson far side, blocked out of bounds, point Cedarville.
And just like you said, that was a great volley. Both teams playing really good ball. Both teams digging well, sending it to their setter, playing offensively, blocks involved, and Cedarville was able to come out on top.
Chrissy Pratt ties the shoe, gets ready to go again on the jump serve. 4-1 Lady Jackets, set number 2. Powerful serve just off the back line. That'll give a point to the Dragons. And serving for Tiffin, Casey Adelsberger, Jr. out of Sycamore, Ohio. Passed up by Angela Becker. Cardwell outside the 10-foot line to Shelton. Blocked right back down on the right side by the front line of Jenna Huffman and Amanda Curry of Tiffin.
And just when you think momentum's going your way, it shifts. And right now, Tiffin's playing much more aggressive.
Tough serve right there. That one curves way out of bounds to the Cedarville bench on the missed serve. Casey Adelsberger, she'll check out of the contest. We're a 5-3 score, and Rachel Crickey serving for Cedarville. With the 2-point lead, there's the pass by Hicks. It will be a tough play right there from the far side by Olivia Cobb. Point Cedarville on the mishandle. Another serve, Rachel Crickey, passed up by Lattimore. Roll shot, far side by Curry. Set by Cardwell. Shelton goes down line, and it's going to be in for the point for Cedarville.
That was close, but Abby saw a wide open spot down line. She was able to quickly get it down, and it just stayed in bounds.
Line judge Steve Winey looking just down directly the line, called that one in for Cedarville. Here is the action. Tough play by Cardwell. Shelton tries to make something out of it, and she goes right back in that deep corner, right between the legs of Olivia Cobb for the point for the Dragons. 8-3 Lady Jackets by 5 points, and Coach Dana Cordova will take her first of 2 timeouts. As we said earlier, college volleyball, best of 5 sets up to 25. You must win each set by 2 points. If it happens to go to a 5th set, that one is played to 15, and again having to win that set by 2 points as well. 8-3 Lady Jackets over Tiffin. Dragons won the first set 25-17 in this non-conference matchup between Cedarville and Tiffin. The first of 5 straight home games here for the Lady Jackets. They are 4-1 on the home floor. And after tonight, they'll have 4 more left in this homestand. Coming up, a big one this Friday night, non-conference against Indiana Wesleyan. 1 week from tonight, another non-conference contest against a solid Bellarmine University squad. And then a key GMAC, Great Midwest Athletic Conference, Friday night, Saturday afternoon contest against Trevecca and Kentucky Wesleyan, October 28th and 29th to end the 5-match homestand. Back to the action. Rachel Crickey again on the back line to get things going for Cedarville. Puts it across the net. An overpass put right back down but with 2 hands by Abby Shelton. 9-3 Cedarville. Shelton now with a match-high 5 kills here thus far. Another serve coming for Rachel Crickey. Passed up by Lattimore. Weithman with a set. Hicks goes up and right through the block attempt of Olsen and Shelton for the point for the Dragons. And Hicks will go back to serve. 9-4 Cedarville. Here's the pass. Becker to Cardwell. Jump set. Back set. Taylor Wilkerson. And Taylor gets her 3rd kill of the night. 10-4 Cedarville. Wilkerson on the back line to serve for the Lady Jackets. Whitemore, far side to Cobb, goes right down back court in front of Chrissy Pratt for an impressive kill. 10-5 Dragons. Jenna Huffman now serving, a 6'2 middle hitter, a junior out of Macomb, Ohio. Second on the team in kills coming in. And she'll put it in play. There's the pass from Becker to Cardwell. Slide attack by Olson, partially blocked at the net. Quick play put across. That'll be good by Amanda Curry. Found space on the far sideline. 10-6 Cedarville. Huffman on the serve. Pat, the pass to Cardwell. She'll go back set. Slide. Olson dug on the back line by Whitemore. Another kill in the slide attack by Olson. That last dig by Tazi of Tiffin, but results in a kill for Gabby Olson. 11-6. The lead is 5 for Cedarville. Olson with 4 kills now. Shelton on the serve for Cedarville. Tough play right there for Whitemore. Puts it over. There's the dig by Wilkerson. Pratt just puts it across the net. Whitemore again. Whiteman on the set. Here's the set from Cardwell of Cedarville. Blocked to the net off the kill attempt of Olson. She'll try it again, does Gabby. Kept in play by the Dragons, and a violation of the double hit call against Tiffin. 12-6 Cedarville. Abby Shelton serving, 90% on the year, second on the team in aces with 24. Here's Cobb from the left side. That's a dangerous play, but fortunately it goes out of bounds on the near sideline. 13-6. Cedarville's lead is, 13-6. The lead is 7. And Abby Shelton again on the serve. Cobb again tries it from the very same spot. This time the ball will be touched in play. That will be a point for the Dragons to now make it 13-7. And Taylor Lattimore out of Maple Heights, Ohio, just a 5-foot junior serving for Tiffin. Cardwell near side. Chrissy Pratt winds up and puts it down with some power just beyond the reach of Jenna Huffman. 14-7 Cedarville. Angela Becker serving into the net. And I believe that might be the first or second missed serve, maybe first for Cedarville on the night. 14-8 Lady Jackets. Olivia Cobb on the serve. Passed up by Becker. Cardwell will put it over. There's Cobb on the dig. Little left-hand shot and a one-hand save there by Shelton of Cedarville. Pratt winds up, does Chrissy Pratt, but is kept in play. And a shot from the middle by Adelsberger goes between Shelton and Wilkerson for the point.
And Casey did a nice job of adjusting in the air to send it over on that ball. She saw defense and was able to get between them.
And some quick housekeeping duty by Angela Becker. We'll get things back into the action. Again, serving Olivia Cobb of Tiffin, trailing 14-9 to Cedarville, set number 2. Floats it across the net. Pratt on the pass to Cardwell at the 10-foot line. Back row attack coming from Wilkerson, but the dig is there by the Dragons. Adelsberger blocked down on the line by Cricky and Pratt.
And I like the way that Taylor Wilkerson gives another offensive back attack to this team since she's in the back row.
Kristen Cardwell now serving. There's Cobb and two-hand overpass. Hicks on the kill attempt. Blocked at the front line. Cardwell, tough play right there. That'll be a lift call against the senior setter. 15-10, Cedarville by 5.
And that pass was so close to the net. Cardwell didn't have much of an opportunity.
Sophomore setter Emily Weithman now serving. Becker on the pass outside the 10-foot line. Cardwell back set to Pratt. Blocked right back down by Huffman and Hicks of the Dragons. Again, Whiteman on the serve. Becker, tough pass. Cardwell tracks it down. Near side attack coming from Wilkerson. Passed up on the back line by the Dragons. That one's partially blocked at the net. There's the dig from Shelton. Pratt from the left side. Blocked right back down by Huffman and Adelsberger. And it's 15-12, Cedarville.
And Tiffin has a solid block at the net. And Cedarville's got to make those adjustments, not just swing into them, but try to work around them.
Whiteman again serving. Goes after Chrissy Pratt. There's Cardwell on the set. She's going to go near side again to Wilkerson, cross court, right between Lattimore and Hicks for the kill.
And Taylor wasn't able to adjust to that block. She saw an opportunity. She made sure she went through it and was able to be successful. Results in a kill and a point for Cedarville.
Wilkerson's 4th kill of the evening. Chrissy Pratt again serving now, up by 4 are the Lady Jackets. There's Cobb on the pass. Whiteman, a quick attack in the middle. Passed up by Pratt. Wilkerson from the right side, blocked right back down, but Taylor is there to cover. Tip of the net, that'll be good. A lot of just batting the ball around. It results in the point for Tiffin, trailing by 3, 16-13.
And Cedarville's reacting to the ball, but not getting in rhythm and playing their game plan.
Casey Adelsberger with the serve. Becker down low to get it. Cardwell on the back set to Taylor Wilkerson. Adelsberger with the dig and the save. This is Hicks, blocked down by Cricky and Wilkerson of Cedarville.
That's exactly what Cedarville needed to do. They needed to get their block game going and making sure that they stay ahead of the Tiffin.
Rachel Cricky now serving from the back line. Gabby Olson has checked in on the front line along with Shelton and Wilkerson there. And an ace serve for Rachel Cricky for the point. 18-13 Lady Jackets. Cricky goes after Hicks. Back set, left side kill attempt will be good in front of Chrissy Pratt. Give the kill to Amanda Curry of Tiffin.
And Curry was able to see that Cedarville's defense was playing deep, and so she made sure that she made her hit fall just short of the defense, and it results in a kill and another point for Tiffin.
Danielle Hicks serving. Abby Shelton on the pass for Cedarville. Cardwell at the 10-foot line to Olson from the near side. Sends that one off the back line on the far corner, out of bounds. 18-15 Cedarville. Hicks will send it over. There's the pass from Becker to Cardwell. Wilkerson right side, blocked down, but unable to keep it in play was Gabby Olson. That ball sails down below us into the stands. 18-16 Cedarville, just a 2-point lead over Tiffin. Becker on the pass. Cardwell, she'll try Shelton from the near side. Tries to go down line, and it will be in play. Point Cedarville off the kill from Abby Shelton.
And Abby's really reads well. She sees that open spot. She's able to control it and keep it in. Tiffin's defense was not able to get under it, and Cedarville gets another point. 6th
kill of the night for Shelton. Taylor Wilkerson on the serve. Dragons scramble just to get the ball over. Here comes the free ball. Cardwell near side. Shelton winds up, but it's going to be blocked down by the right side attack of Jenna Huffman and Amanda Curry of Tiffin.
Tiffin is playing really good defense, and their block is solid, and that's keeping them right there in this set.
Jenna Huffman now serving from the back line for the Dragons. Cardwell, slide attack to Olson, blocked down by the Dragons front line. It'll be a roll shot near side by Shelton. Not sure it cleared the net. 19-18, just a 1-point lead for Cedarville. And Coach Doug Walters has seen enough here. He's going to take his first of 2 timeouts. His team clinging to a 1-point lead here in set number 2 after dropping set number 1, 25-17. This one definitely needs to get in the books if you're a Cedarville fan.
And right now, Coach Walters is talking to his setters, telling her some options that he's seeing that she's not running, and then he'll communicate that to the team, and if they make that adjustment, they can get in there. All they need is 6 points to get set number 2. Tiffin, on the other hand, they have not gone away. They have been behind a couple of points here and there, but they play aggressive. They play a fast-paced game, and so they're coming out of this saying, we are 1 point behind. Let's go get it and get the momentum going our way and finish set 2.
Largest lead of the set for the Lady Jackets was 7 points at 13-6 and 14-7. And since that point in time, the Dragons have climbed ever so close to getting evened up here in set number 2, but still trailing 19-18. As we've always talked, that magical point of number 20 is a nice achievement to get as you try and close down a set. Lady Jackets just 1 point away from that.
There's just an emotional edge when you're the first team to 20, and so we'll see which team's able to do that as they come out of their timeouts.
It will be Jenna Huffman serving for Coach Cordova of the Dragons, trying to even up the score here in set number 2. After the timeout called by Cedarville. Short serve, Pratt steps in on the pass to Cardwell. Near side kill attempt from Shelton goes off the block and good for the kill for Abby. That's her 7th of the contest.
Abby was able to use the block effectively.
A serve for Shelton, not only getting the kill, but the ace right there, 21-18, a 3-point lead for Cedarville.
That's exactly what Doug Walters wanted to do, is stop the momentum and get his team back refocused, putting some points on the ball, but there's the 3rd miss serve on Cedarville's side this set.
21-19, the point goes back to Tiffin. On the back line to serve will be Taylor Lattimore. Passed up by Becker. Cardwell, she's going to go back row to Wilkerson. That one's going to go out of bounds just barely off the back line. And that'll be a point for the Dragons, now trailing again by 1 point, 21-20. Lattimore again serving. Short serve, Becker on the overpass, look out. Cobb drills it, but there is Wilkerson with a huge dig. Now Whitemore, Cobb again fires it down past Abby Shelton. We're tied at 21.
And just like we said, it doesn't matter what the score says. Tiffin doesn't go away. They play scrappy defense.
Lattimore on the serve, Becker on the pass, Cardwell slide attack, Olsen goes cross court. Unable to keep it in play was Jenna Huffman, 22-21 Cedarville, and Becker will serve.
And that's exactly what Cedarville needed to do, put it in the hands of Gabby and let her put it down. She was able to do so.
Olsen's 5th kill of the match. Adelsberger, right side attack, kept in play. This will be a back row attack coming from Wilkerson, and little confusion between Lattimore and Huffman results in the kill for Taylor, and it's a 2-point lead, 23-21 Cedarville. Huffman on the pass, Whiteman, puts it across, kept in play. Pratt near side, winds up, and there is the dig by Huffman. It goes out of bounds as it crosses the net in the rafters. Point Cedarville, set point, 24-21, and Becker will try to seal the deal. Huffman on the pass. This is Whiteman. Little tip shot by Cobb, put right back down by Pratt. And the Dragons scramble just to get in play. Cardwell puts it across. Now Cobb from the right side at the net, put down by Adelsberger for the point.
Tiffin read that well. Casey was able to get up and see it go down.
And I believe net violation on the Tiffin side will give point number 25 to Cedarville. They'll take victory here in set number 2 to even the match at 1 set apiece by defeating the Dragons 25-21 after Tiffin won in set number 1, 25-17. So, Teresa, this is exactly kind of what we thought might happen as we looked at the matchup here tonight. A very back and forth, evenly contested contest and battle here tonight. And right now, each team has a set.
Absolutely, and you can see that the momentum shifts back and forth. A couple points here than the other team. I'll tell you, I really like how scrappy the defense is on Tiffin's side and what a solid block they have. Cedarville is making adjustments to that and playing better and so forth. The fast pace that we saw on Tiffin's side the first set has been slowed down a little bit the second set, and so that also has been in Cedarville's favor. I tell you, I am really impressed with how Taylor Wilkerson has stepped up in her role from the back row. She's doing some nice digs. She's had some nice back attacks, and I just like the way that she has been thrown into a playing all around, and she's taken that on, and she has stepped up to the plate, and she's doing a really nice job that's helping Cedarville.
Well, as you look at the official stats here quickly before we take a break, definitely a factor in that set was holding Tiffin to just under 10% on the attack percentage after hitting 31% in set number 1. The Lady Jackets defense held the Dragons to just 9.7%. On the other side, Lady Jackets attacking at 15%. 4 blocks, though, for Cedarville and 7 for the Dragons. That has definitely been a factor here in tonight's match. But you mentioned Taylor Wilkerson, Teresa, 5 kills and 6 digs on the back line, so she's getting it done on both ends of the court.
Well, that's really nice to see, and as a coach, I'm sure you're pleased to see someone who hasn't so far this season played back row just stepping right up and playing at such a high level.
Well, we're going to invite you to stay tuned. We're going to take about a 6 or 7 minute break. We'll come back with a few more statistical highlights and get you ready for action of set number 3. And while we have a break, I'd love to have you send us an email. Sportsinfo, S-P-O-R-T-S, info at cedarville.edu is our email address. Love to hear from you here tonight. Whether you're a Tiffin fan, a Lady Jacket fan, just give us a comment. We'll give you a shout out here as the match progresses, but we would love to hear from you. We're going to take a break. Stay with us. You are watching Lady Jacket Volleyball here on Stretch Internet. And welcome back to the Callan Athletic Center. We're about ready to go for set number 3. Cedarville hosting Tiffin here in non-conference volleyball action. Tiffin took the first set 25-17. Cedarville took the second set 25-21. Quickly, some of these statistical leaders for the Dragons. Olivia Cobb on the front line with 6 kills, on the back line as well with 6 digs. 15 assists for setter Emily Weithman and 7 blocks for Jenna Huffman. And the Dragons are hitting at 21% for the match. For Cedarville on the front line, Abby Shelton with a match-high 7 kills to go along with 7 digs. 5 kills each from Gabby Olson and Taylor Wilkerson. On the back line, 8 digs coming from Chrissy Pratt and 3 blocks on the front line for Rachel Cricky. 20 assists have been put up by setter Kristen Cardwell, and Cedarville hitting at 15% for the match. As we said earlier, 7 blocks on the night for the Dragons, 4 for the Lady Jackets, and Cedarville will start things going here in set number 3. It'll be Kristen Cardwell serving to get things going. Back row attack coming from Cobb. There's the dig by Abby Shelton. Cardwell will go far side to Pratt. Kept in play by Cobb on the back line. Quick attack by Cricky, and Lattimore does get it and put across by Hicks to keep things going for the Dragons. Cardwell again to Pratt, winds up and puts it at Cobb. Saved by the Dragons defense. Cobb hits that one below the net, and point number 1 of set number 3 goes to Cedarville. Cardwell again serves, spins it, jump serve, floats it across. Lattimore on the pass. Tough set for Weithman, and she'll be called for the double hit. And quickly, Cedarville has both points here on the board in set number 3. Cardwell again on the serve. Weithman near side to Hicks. Goes right after Kristen Cardwell, and she cannot handle it. 2-1 Cedarville. Powerful hit there by 5'9" outside hitter Danielle Hicks. Here comes the serve on the back line by Adelsberger. Off the front of the net, Cricky turns around and puts it across with one hand to keep it alive. A nice save by the Dragons defense. Pratt puts it across. Pratt and Cricky on the block. Here comes attack in the middle. Blocked down by Cricky and Wilkerson. Solid play there by both teams, but it results in a point for Cedarville. Now Chrissy Pratt serve, rifles it across. Hicks, on the pass. Hicks gets it back, and she'll go through the triple block of Shelton, Wilkerson, and Cricky for Tiffin's second point. And Hicks to the back line to serve for the Dragons. Pratt on the pass to Cardwell. Cricky blocked down. Saves it with one hand, and a double hit called against Abby Shelton. Trying to put the ball back in play. We're tied at 3 points apiece. Hicks on the serve. Pratt, tough play for Cardwell. She sets it from her knees. Wilkerson puts it across, and Lattimore cannot keep it in play. Give the kill to Taylor Wilkerson, and point number 4 to Cedarville. Gabby Olson on the front line now, replacing Becker out there with Shelton and Wilkerson, and Rachel Cricky serving. Near side roll shot by Cobb, dug there by Cricky. Shelton from the far side powers it down, but a nice dig right there, but it goes up into the rafters by Tazi. Point Cedarville. (5-3) Lady Jackets, set number 3. Rachel Cricky serving. And that one into the net for the senior. 5-4. Cedarville's lead is 1. Jenna Huffman on the back line. She'll put the ball in play. There's the pass from Pratt. Cardwell on the set to Shelton. Dug on the back line by Lattimore. Near side attack, and the kill to Amanda Curry of the Dragons. We're tied at 5. Short serve by Huffman. Slide attack by Olsen off the block attempt of Cobb and Curry of the Dragons. 1 point lead, Cedarville, 6-5. And Wilkerson to the back line to serve. That one goes way off the back line, out of bounds, tied at 6 apiece. Lattimore on the serve. The pass from Becker set by Cardwell. Shelton on the kill. And the Dragons cannot keep it in play. A nice effort by Tazi to go into the Dragon bench, but it goes outside the antenna. 7-6 Cedarville. Weithman on the set to Cobb. Becker on the dig. Cardwell, quick attack to Olsen. Wide open in the back row. Just to the left of a diving Huffman. 8-6 Cedarville. 2 point lead. Another serve for Abby Shelton. Tazi, tough play right there. Cobb on the roll shot near side. Pratt on the dig. Cardwell goes up strong and puts it down with the left hand for the kill. 9-6 Cedarville. Another serve coming for Abby Shelton. Passed up by Hoffman to Weithman near side. Adelsberger put down there on the block by Olsen and Cardwell. Adelsberger tries it again. Shelton there with the dig. Now Cardwell from outside the 10-foot line. Another mishandle by Cardwell will give a point to Tiffin. Nine, 7 Cedarville. Match tied up at 1 set apiece. We're in set number 3. Olivia Cobb to serve for the Dragons. Back row attack, and Olsen slams into Wilkerson and hits the deck pretty hard, falling on her back, and that was a little scary there, but looks like Gabby's more scared than anything.
She just went down, and her head hit the floor, the back of her head, and she bounced, and she needs to be checked out. And Doug Walters is calling her over the sidelines, even though she said, I'm fine, I'm fine. And she's moving her head back and forth, walking around fine, but wow, that was a hard hit.
6'4" frame of Gabby Olsen hit the deck there just at the 10-foot line on the near sideline. But looks like she's okay, going to stay in to continue action. Olivia Cobb gets the okay from the official to put the ball in play. 9-7 Cedarville with the lead. Becker on the pass. This is Cardwell. Back set to Olsen. Looks like she's feeling better on that. Kill attempt goes up strong to the net, but is kept in play by the Dragons. Now Pratt tries it from the far side. There's the dig on the back line. Weithman puts it across. A diving dig by Wilkerson. Again, Taylor on the dig. Olsen from the middle for the kill.
And that's exactly what you want to see, Gabby being able to say, hey, I've got this, and put it down and consistently played. She was up, jumping up and swinging 2 or 3 times during that volley, and seems to be okay. I'm sure they'll check her out.
3-point lead. Becker on the serve. Tough pass right there for Cobb. This is Hicks near side through the block attempt of Cricky and Cardwell for the kill. Hicks leading the way for the Dragons on the front line with 7 kills thus far. 10-8 Tiffin. Serve out of bounds on the near sideline. Missing that one was Emily Weithman. Point Cedarville.
And here we are in set 3, going back and forth, playing a close game again.
Hoffman on the pass. Weithman, a quick attack in the middle, going near side, and it's going to go out of bounds, though, on the little push shot by Casey Adelsberger, and it's 12-8 Cedarville.
Casey saw a triple block go up. She tried to work around it. She played she read it well, played a smart ball, but sent it out of bounds.
Roll shot from the back line. Becker on the pass to Cardwell. Right side attack by Wilkerson through the block attempt of Hicks and Huffman. And a timeout will be called by Coach Dana Cordova with her team trailing 13-8 here in set number 3. Cedarville scoring the last 3 points of the set, and she'll take the first of her 2 timeouts.
I know we said it between the second set and this set, but Taylor Rickelson has certainly stepped up her game and is playing very mentally sharp. She's feeling well tonight. She's playing all around, and she's just a great asset to this team and certainly brought her A game tonight.
As we said earlier, Cedarville 15-6 on the year. Dropped 1 or 2 out of 3 matches this past weekend up in the Chicago area after winning 3 matches here at home against Ohio Valley, Ursuline, and Malone. Then they knocked off Michigan Tech on Friday before losing a couple matches to Saginaw Valley and Wayne State, some really top-level teams from the GLIAC. Tiffin comes in 12-9. And it's been a very evenly played match thus far. (13-8) Cedarville. Here comes the serve. Kristen Cardwell. The pass from Huffman at the net. Weithman, two-hand push shot. A save there on the back line by Shelton. Pratt winds up, but it's going to be blocked at the net by the Dragons. Lattimore outside to Adelsberger. Shelton another dig. Now Cardwell. She's going to go back set to Wilkerson. And a diving dig there by Weithman to keep it in play. Now Hicks on the roll shot is blocked by Cricky and Wilkerson. And that'll be a point. Adelsberger found space just to the right of Shelton.
And you're exactly right. They just went a little right and out of reach of Abby, and she didn't react quite quick enough. She did a dive trying to get the momentum to bring the ball up, but was not successful.
Get a look at Kara Manzo checking in for the first time, a senior out of nearby Kettering, Ohio. She'll come into the lineup to serve for the Dragons. (13-9) Cedarville by 4, and that will be a misserve hitting Jenna Huffman on the back of the head in front of the net, giving the point right back to Cedarville. Chrissy Pratt now on the serving line. Jump serve. Puts it across the net. Right side attack. Hicks goes back corner. That'll be good. Just in front of the line judge. Not quite sure about that. Coach Walters wondering about it himself. 14-10 Cedarville.
And both Chrissy Pratt and Coach Walters looked at him like, oh my goodness, really? Thinking it was out of bounds, but the call was adamant, so play on.
Becker on the pass. Cardwell inside the 10-foot line. Shelton winds up and puts it at Lattimore, and a nice save there. That ball will count. Amanda Curry falling into the scores table somehow got the ball across the net. Point Tiffin.
And that's a play that young lady will talk about for a long time, and her team will remind her of that. That is just one of those awkward things that you just don't see, but came over the net, and it counts.
Pratt on the pass. Cardwell back set to Wilkerson. Goes a tough angle cross court. Cobb on a roll shot. There's Becker with the dig. Now Cardwell chases it down. Shelton winds up and puts it off the block for the kill. Shelton now with 10 kills on the night. Match high for her. Olsen has checked into the front line with Shelton and Wilkerson, and Cricky on the serve. Cobb, roll shot. Pratt with the dig. Cardwell, quick set to Olsen, but the Tiffin block is ready. And a tough play right there. Cricky tried to get the ball to Abby Shelton, but just too far off the net. 15-12 Cedarville.
And Cedarville's passes have been too close to the 10-foot line, and Cardwell's not able to set that where the hitters need. And so, again, offensively, they need to get things rolling.
Wilkerson winds up, comes from the right side, defended by the Dragons. Down line on the kill attempt, Amanda Curry, but is out of bounds on the near side to make it 16-12 Cedarville in set number 3. Wilkerson on the serve, passed up by Tazi. Weithman from the back row sets it to Cobb. Passed up by Cedarville. Olsen, a little quick push shot in the middle, defended by the Dragons. Olsen puts it back across. Both teams scrambling. This will be Becker to set it at the net to Olsen at the tip shot. And there's the dig. Dragons keep it in play. Pratt on the pass. This is Olsen. Slide attack blocked down by the Dragons. Some great stuff right here at the net. Battle between both teams. Pratt there with the dig off the kill attempt of the Dragons. Now Shelton from the left side. Blocked down. Point Tiffin, and some outstanding volleyball there. Both teams, but Tiffin gets the point.
And I loved how everybody was playing close to the net, but everybody was sharp and playing their spot. And it was a battle back and forth. A good volley by both teams.
Cardwell will set Wilkerson out of the back row. Tough play right there for Taylor. Into the net she goes. 16-14 Cedarville.
And here we have Tiffin coming right back in and hanging around.
Lattimore again serving Pratt. A tough pass right here. Becker will save it at the net for Shelton, and she'll wind up and give the assist to Becker and a kill to Abby Shelton.
And if you can keep the ball just a foot or two off the net and in front of your hitters, they can usually make something happen, and that's what you just saw Abby do.
11 kills for Shelton. She goes to the back line to serve. This is Adelsberger near side, blocked by Cardwell, and Olsen kept in play by the Dragons. Free ball. Becker on the pass to Cardwell. Goes up and puts it down with the left hand. 18-14 Cedarville.
Cardwell did a nice job. She got up high and sent it down fast, and Tiffin's defense was not able to react to it. Point for Cedarville.
Cardwell's fourth kill of the match, and Shelton will serve it into the net. 18-15 Cedarville over Tiffin.
And just when you think you have a little bit of momentum, it's cut down just like that.
Olivia Cobb now serving for Tiffin. Trailing by 3 in set 3. Becker on the pass to Cardwell. Slide attack. Olsen blocked out of bounds by Hicks and Adelsberger. Point Cedarville. Give the kill to Gabby.
Gabby did a nice job of tooling that block. She hit it hard, sending it out of bounds. Not a whole lot the block could do with it.
Olsen approaching double figures. She's got 9 in kills right now. Here's Weithman near side to Hicks. Fires it across, but there's the dig by Shelton. Back row attack coming from Wilkerson. Passed up by Huffman at the net. Weithman goes down, but there's the dig again by Wilkerson. Pratt goes up for the kill attempt. Passed up by the Tiffin defense. Adelsberger at the net. Taylor again with the dig. Back row attack, little roll shot by Shelton, kept in play by Hicks. Adelsberger goes down. There's the diving save by Shelton. Cricky at the net. And Weithman will go back row to Huffman, but it's going to be blocked down by Cricky. But the defense of Tiffin is there, and that one goes into the net by Hicks. Point Cedarville 20-15.
Cedarville needed to win that volley. It was a back and forth battle, and you could tell by their body language that they were working hard and huffing and puffing, as we used to say. But Cedarville was able to come out with the point, and now they need to roll.
Cricky and Pratt on the front line, along with Cardwell. Becker on the back line, serving there with Wilkerson and Shelton. Slide attack, powered out of bounds, way off the back line by Adelsberger. Point Cedarville, 21-15. They put up 3 straight on the board against the Dragons. And we'll have a substitution. Alexandria Miglin checking in for the first time for Coach Cordova. Becker serving. Huffman on the pass to Weithman. Near side, Hicks goes up strong, but Shelton is there for the dig. Now Pratt off the pass from Becker, partially blocked to the net. Touched by the Tiffin front line. 22-15 Cedarville.
Abby did a nice job of tipping right at the top of the block. Block was actually on their way down when she sent it over.
Back row attack, Cobb and Wilkerson. Tough play right there for Taylor to get behind that kill attempt from the back row of Cobb. 22-16 Cedarville. Weithman on the serve. This is Cardwell on the back row attack to Abby Shelton. Goes deep, and it's going to go out of bounds off the back line. No touch by the Dragons. 22-17 Cedarville.
And Cedarville players at the front row really wanted a touch call there. Didn't go their way. Tiffin gets a point.
Weithman again to serve for Tiffin. Shelton, Becker, Pratt await the serve. That one's going to go into the net. 23-17 Cedarville. Justice may have played out right there. Cardwell serving. Lattimore on the pass. Weithman, she'll go back set. And that'll be good. Give the kill to Alexandra Miglin.
And again, this has been a back and forth battle. Both teams playing at a high level. Good volleys.
Erica Carter, a senior from Pasadena, Maryland, into the lineup to serve for Tiffin. 23-18, Lady Jackets by 5. Becker on the pass to Cardwell. Outside to Wilkerson. Goes up strong, but there's the dig by Carter. Put across the net. Saved there by Cardwell. Near side attack coming from Wilkerson. And a one-handed reach by Cobb. Cannot keep it in play. And we're at set point. 24-18. Cedarville give the kill to Wilkerson. Chrissy Pratt serving for set point, 24-18. Trying to take a 2-1 lead in sets. There's the toss in the air, puts it across the net, kept in play by the Dragons. Near side kill will be good by Amanda Curry. Still at set point, Danielle Hicks serving for the Dragons. Passed up by Becker at the net. Carver, a little tip set to Wilkerson. Dug there on the back line by Weithman. Pratt, another dig. Cardwell will go outside to Shelton. Goes up strong. One-handed attempt by Hicks. Cannot keep it in play. And set number 3 will go to the Lady Jackets by a score of... Actually, we're going to take that back. It's going to be 24-20, a point to the Dragons. Becker again off the pass. This is Cardwell. Back set to Wilkerson. Blocked right back down on the double block near side by Huffman and Cobb of the Dragons. 24-21 Cedarville. Hicks serving to Pratt. Cardwell outside to Shelton. Dug on the back line by Lattimore. Quick attack, put down, far corner is good by Jenna Huffman. Nobody on the back corner of Cedarville, 24-22. The lead is just 2. And Coach Walters is going to take his first of 2 timeouts as the Dragons have scored 3 straight points to close the gap to just 2, 24-22. I'm not exactly sure what happened on that set point, but nonetheless, the set stayed alive, and now the Dragons are trying to stay alive.
Not sure what happened either, but we went from a 25-19 to a 24-22, and Tiffin's got an opportunity to get right back in this. And so Cedarville, that was a good timeout called by Coach Walters, and Cedarville's got to get out there and just do one solid play and send the ball down and finish this third set. Tiffin, on the other hand, is going to come out, and they're going to say, look, we're only 2 points behind. Let's keep this momentum that we have rolling right now, this opportunity that we've been given. Let's get it done.
Lady Jackets break their huddle, as do the Dragons. Pratt, Cardwell, Cricky, Wilkerson, and Shelton. And Becker. Each team still has 1 timeout remaining. If needed, it'll be Danielle Hicks again serving. It is set point. Dragons down by 2. Becker on the pass. Cardwell. Slide attack to Cricky. There is a dig by Hicks. Right side attack down in front of Cardwell. Give the kill to Amanda Curry. And now it's just a 1-point lead at 24-23 Cedarville. Hicks serves it to Becker. Cardwell, she's going to go outside to Shelton. Abby goes up strong, but there's the dig by Hicks. The ball goes over the net. Cardwell will try it again to Abby. Little tip shot. This will be an easy setup here for the Dragons. Look out for Cobb, and it's going to be good. Deflected out of bounds off the Cedarville defense. We are tied at 24.
It looks like Coach Walters, yes, is going to take his second and final timeout. They had this match at 25-19, and all of a sudden we have a 24-24. Remember, you have to win by 2, And so the next team to get 2 points in a row is going to be able to take this third set. And so it's a crucial set that you want to get, being 1-1. And so the second set's really important to get. And so we'll see which team comes out aggressive. Right now, Tiffin's got the momentum. Cedarville's reacting to Tiffin's game. Tiffin is controlling their game. So Cedarville needs to come out in control.
6 straight points put on the board by the Dragons to knot up set number 3 at 24 points apiece. And Tiffin again still serving. Danielle Hicks doing a lot of damage, and we'll see if the timeout by Coach Walters, his second and final one, can settle down his team and get a good pass and a good set and a kill from the offense. Danielle Hicks serves it across. Pratt on the pass. Cardwell, she'll go far side to Shelton, and there's a wide open spot in between Lattimore and Hicks. We're at set point, 25-24, exactly what you want to see happen.
Absolutely. Good timeout, good strategy. Tiffin's defense didn't even move, and it went straight down between the middle defense and the back, in the middle of the court in the back.
Cricky serving set point. Here's the pass from Huffman. Weithman, little tip shot by Cobb, put across the net by Shelton. Back set at the net. Cobb on the roll shot. Setting up the offense is Pratt to Cardwell to Shelton, and she will fire it down with some power right past Lattimore. And the Lady Jackets will hang on to take victory here in set number 3 by a final score of 26-24 to lead the match 2-1.
That was a smart play. Abby had gotten it done the play before. She was up. She was calling for the ball. Cardwell can trust her. She put it in her hands, and Abby sent it straight down. And again, the Tiffin defense didn't react quick enough to get under the ball. And so Cedarville was able to come down and get the ball to go down and able to get that third set, which is a very important momentum change.
Abby Shelton, the senior from Sparta, Georgia, getting it done on both ends. 13 kills for a match high, 16 digs on the back line, and the Lady Jackets leading the Dragons here as we get ready for set number 4, 2-1. Looking at a couple other statistical highlights, we mentioned Abby Shelton with a match-high 13 kills and match-high 16 digs. Cedarville offensively, Gabby Olson with 9 kills, 8 coming from Taylor Wilkerson. On the back line, 13 digs for Chrissy Pratt and 11 for Taylor Wilkerson. Blocking at the net, 4 blocks from Rachel Cricky and 31 assists from Kristen Cardwell. For the Dragons, no one in double figures offensively. 3 players with 8 kills each. Danielle Hicks, Olivia Cobb, and Amanda Curry. Setter Emily Weithman with 26 assists. And on the back line, 12 digs for libero Taylor Lattimore. And on the front line, 8 blocks for Jenna Huffman. The Lady Jackets hitting at 17% and Tiffin at 18%. So that statistic has pretty much evened up. Tiffin won set number 1, 25-17. The Lady Jackets taking set 2, 25-21, and set 3, 26-24.
And the key on Tiffin's side was the block. They had a solid block. They had 9 solid blocks and to Cedarville's 5. But 5 is a lot for Cedarville. That's a good block percentage for them, and that's healthy. They were able to get the 3 that they needed at key opportunities. On the other hand, Tiffin seems to have slowed their pace. They get little spurts, and they get 2 or 3 points when Cedarville relaxes, and so Cedarville has to keep the intensity up. At the end there, they dipped a little bit. They had a little bit of panic mode going on, but once Coach Walters called a timeout, calmed them down, put them in focus, they were able to come out and click it and get it done. And so that's what has to continue in set 4 if Cedarville wants to win this match.
Well, momentum, we've talked about it, mentioned it a couple times. We'll see how each team comes out here in set number 4. Lady Jackets hopefully will continue the momentum of holding on in set 3 to take the 2-1 lead. Tiffin, on the other hand, will be trying to get the momentum back and try and even this thing up and go to 5 sets. But right now, the Lady Jackets with a little bit of momentum shifting their way. Teams have switched ends of the court. Tiffin will start things off on the serving line. It'll be setter Emily Weithman to get things going, and we're underway here in set number 4. Becker on the pass. Cardwell at the 10-foot line. Wilkerson from the near side, dug on the back line by Olivia Cobb. Now Danielle Hicks from the far side sends it out of bounds. Point for the Lady Jackets.
And Cedarville was back there ready to take that ball, saw it was going out, did not touch it, able to get the point.
Chrissy Pratt now serving, junior from Crystal Lake, Illinois. Right side attack will be good. Shelton and Cricky there, but give the kill to Alexandra Miglin of the Dragons. And back to serve for Tiffin will be Alex Tazi. Tough serve for Becker. She handles it. This is Wilkerson. Little tip shot just over the block and in front of Weithman for the kill.
I'm not sure if Taylor planned to do that, but it was smart. If she planned to do it, good move. She sent it short, just a little short of the back defense, hit the hole in the middle. Cedarville gets the point.
Wilkerson now with 9 kills to go with 11 digs. And that ball sent out of bounds on the serve by Rachel Cricky. We're tied at 2. Hicks on the serve, high floater. Becker handles it. Cardwell near side attack goes to Gabby Olson, and she will drill that one in front of Hicks for her 10th kill of the match.
And I think we said this earlier, Cedarville's offense needs to go to Gabby more. She's getting it done when the ball is in her hands, and so they've got to get the good passes so we can use Gabby.
Gabby hitting at 34% on the evening. Here's a slide attack for Olson. Another kill for Gabby. Back-to-back kills. No one on the back line of the Dragon defense, and she found space. 4-2 Cedarville.
Tiffin's block really has not been effective against Gabby. Another reason why you want to keep going to her.
Wilkerson on the serve. It'll be a free ball put across by Cobb. Wilkerson on the pass. Slide by Olson through the double block of Huffman and Curry for the kill.
Gabby's just one of those players that's even emotionally, just wants to play her game, and Cedarville's celebrating around her, and she's taking it, but she'd rather just stay focused on the game.
5-3 on the missed serve by Taylor Wilkerson. Cedarville by 2. Wilkerson now with 12 kills and hitting at 40% here thus far. Here comes the pass from Pratt. Carter will go near side. A tough play right there for Shelton. She sends it across, and Weithman scrambling. Here comes a attack on the right side or left side by Curry. Again, powered across by Olson, kept in play, and Cardwell goes up, but there is Lattimore with the save. Now Cobb, roll shot. Pratt steps in for the dig. Olson goes up and puts it down, and Lattimore on the save puts it across right back at Olson, and Tiffin gets the point.
Not a whole lot that Gabby could do. It came over and won. She was on her way down from her attack, and so she tried to get her hand on the ball. It was just a little too late.
5-4 Cedarville. Short serve by Huffman hits into the net. 6-4 Cedarville. Abby Shelton serving. Lattimore handles it. Weithman left side, beautifully put down by Amanda Curry for the kill.
Amanda Curry literally changed her shoulders as soon as she looked at Cedarville's block and was able to get around them, and that's a good offensive player when you can read it and adjust in the air.
Amanda Curry, just a sophomore from Orient, Ohio, a quiet 9 kills to lead the Dragon attack thus far. Here's Olson on the slide, and she puts it down in front of Cobb for the kill.
And it looks like Gabby's fine after that hit that she had earlier in this match.
7-5 Cedarville. Becker on the serve. Slide attack by Curry. That one sails out of bounds right at Coach Walters. Point Cedarville. 8-5, they lead it. Another serve, Angela Becker, passed up by Cobb. Weithman over the top of Miglin. That'll be a point, Cedarville.
And now Cedarville's gotten a couple points from Tiffin's mistakes. If they could just get their game going and capitalize on it with some strong kills again, like they started, they can roll.
Huffman on the pass. Curry from the left side, dug there by Shelton. Now Pratt, little push shot. Lattimore there for the save. Again, Curry goes up strong and gets the kill in the far corner past Abby Shelton, 9-6 Cedarville.
I like the way Curry gets in the air and adjusts. She looks, she reads well, she sees the court, and she adjusts her body to where she needs it to go in the air.
Rachel Cricky from the near side, blocked at the net. Up strong goes Miglin, kept in play. Cricky will try it again, but Lattimore there with the dig and a little push shot by Weithman, defended by Cedarville, and a cross court, pretty shot right there by Chrissy Pratt, 10-6 Cedarville.
I'm not sure that Taylor Lattimore was aware of where she was on the court. I think she thought she was at the line, but she had moved into the court, and it results in Cedarville getting a kill.
Hicks from the left side. Good save by Becker from keeping that one from going down. A nice one-handed dig by Shelton. Now roll shot by Wilkerson. Weithman from the back row to Cobb. Cardwell to Cricky. There's Lattimore right there for the pass. This is a slide put down with some power by Miglin for the kill.
Miglin was able to see the block not closed and was able to frustrate the block in that she went right through them. And so Cedarville needs to adjust that.
Emily Weithman serving, her team down 10-7, puts it across the net. There's Pratt to keep it up to setter Cardwell and give Taylor Wilkerson the kill off the block attempt, her 10th of the night. Four-point lead, 11-7. Pratt serving off the top of the net. There is Hicks, and a lift call against Danielle Hicks. Tough play for her as the ball just kind of dropped in front of her. Nonetheless, an ace for Chrissy.
She had an open hand, and she just slapped at the ball, lifted it up. It's a good call by the official, but she just reacted to a ball that rolled off the net.
And Pratt will miss that one, giving the point right back to the Dragons. Alex Tazi serving for Tiffin. Trailing by 4, 12-8 in set number 4. Pratt, tough play. Cardwell keeps it alive, and Shelton somehow puts it across the net with one hand, and a net violation called against Cardwell. Point Dragons.
Abby Sutt's an intense player that about every time she hits the floor, it leaves a little bit of her sweat behind, and she's got to get it mopped up so she doesn't slip and slide and get hurt.
12-9. Dragons down by 3. Another serve by Tazi, put across. There's Becker on the pass. Cardwell, jump set, near side. Shelton through the double block attempt off Huffman and Cobb for the point.
I love how aggressive Abby is, not whether she's passing the ball or hitting the ball or blocking the ball. She just plays aggressive ball no matter where she is on the court.
14 kills, 18 digs for the senior Abby Shelton. Here comes Weithman, quick attack, blocked right back down on the front line of Cedarville. Now Pratt with the dig. Cardwell will go to Olsen, adjusts in midair with the left hand. Here's Huffman, one hand save by Pratt, kept in play by Wilkerson, and it'll be Cricky to put the ball across. Lattimore, Weithman, Hicks from the right side. Cardwell on the dig. Shelton roll shot right through and in off the touch of the Dragon front line, 14-9 Cedarville.
That was a nice volley on both sides, but because Cedarville was able to get that advantage, Tiffin decides it's time to call a timeout, try to stop the momentum and a little bit of clicking off of points that Cedarville's got going on right now in this set.
Coach Dana Cordova will take the first of her 2 timeouts here in this set. Her team now down by 5 points, 14-9, trailing 2 sets to 1.
And Cedarville knows that Tiffin oftentimes come out of a timeout aggressive, and they get right back in these games. It doesn't matter to them that Cedarville's had a little bit of a run. They've seen that tonight, and they've been able to get right back into the set. And so that's exactly what they're talking about, getting their confidence and their focus back onto what they need to do now.
Three players thus far for Cedarville in double figures in kills on the front line. Shelton with 15, Olson with 13, Wilkerson with 10. Amanda Curry leading the Tiffin attack with 10 kills. As we're midway through set number 4, and Rachel Cricky ready to serve. And out of rotation are the Dragons. That'll give an easy point to Tiffin, 15-9. Cedarville by 6.
You don't often see that this late in the season, especially if you have the same players there. They've got their spots, but good call.
Lattimore on the pass. Weithman out of the middle attack. That one sent out of bounds by Hicks off the back corner by a couple feet, 16-9. Lady Jackets have put up 4 straight points and lead it by 7.
That was actually a smart play by Hicks. The back was totally open. She just went a little too far.
Tazi on the pass. Weithman again. Hicks will try it. This time she will put that one down with some authority between Pratt and Cardwell for the point. Hicks, a 5'9" junior, a transfer to Tiffin from Eastern Kentucky. Olson from the near side goes cross court, and a touch at the net by the Dragons. Called by the officials will give a point to Cedarville.
And Tiffin is looking at each other saying who did that. They're not sure, but the line judge agreed with the up official and calling the touch.
Wilkerson on the serve. Weithman at the net on the set and the kill to Jenna Huffman of Tiffin. Huffman on the back line. She'll float her serve across. Pratt on the pass. Cardwell this side to Shelton, and a double hit violation called against Cardwell. Mishandling the pass. 17-12 Cedarville.
And that's, again, unusual, and we've seen it a couple times tonight, and Cardwell needs to refocus and clean up that part of her game.
Pratt on the pass. Cardwell slide attack to Olson. Blocked down there by Cobb. And Curry. Push shot will be good by Weithman for the kill from the sophomore setter. 17-13 Cedarville.
Just like we said in the timeout, Tiffin's coach was able to get her team focused and get right back in and click off points.
Huffman serving. Becker, tough play right there. Cardwell will track it down, and it'll be an easy shot. Putting it across the net. Pratt slide attack will be good by Curry. And Coach Doug Walters, seeing his lead shrink down to just 3 points, takes the first of 2 timeouts. 17-14, Cedarville over Tiffin.
And Coach Walters is seeing that his team is not in rhythm, that they're not passing the ball up where they need to, that they're not making sure that it's in the setter's hand in front of the 10-foot line. A lot of the passes are being too far back, and that's not allowing Cedarville to run their offense. The other side of the net is getting their offensive game going. They're playing some smart ball. They're putting it where the defense of Cedarville is not, and so we now have a 3-point game. So Cedarville's got to come out fired up just like Tiffin did the last time out.
Getting down to crunch time here in the Callan Athletic Center. This set can determine Lady Jackets can hold on and post the victory. Tiffin will force a set 5 with a victory here. That one would be played to 15, needing to win by 2, but still a lot of volleyball left to be played. Right now, the momentum most likely favoring the Dragons. Cardwell, Shelton, Olson, Wilkerson, Becker, and Pratt on the floor for Cedarville. This will be Jenna Huffman to serve for Tiffin. She goes after Pratt. Now Cardwell. She'll go out of the back row to Abby Shelton, right through the block attempt of Olivia Cobb for the point.
It looked like Tiffin was set up for them to go to Gabby. Gabby was on the outside. Abby was in the middle, and Kirsten Caldwell made sure she set the middle.
A serve for Shelton as she went to the back line. 19-14 Cedarville. Exactly how you want to see the team respond after the timeout. Just 6 points away from victory. Another serve coming from Shelton. Back set to Cobb. Down line. Becker got a hand on it, but cannot keep it in play. Abby Shelton couldn't get to it as well. 19-15 Cedarville.
And again, you love the aggressive play of Abby Shelton. Even when the ball was all the way to the curtain, she's still aggressively going after it.
This will be Olivia Cobb serving for the Dragons. Off the front of the net at the 10-foot line in front of a diving Chrissy Pratt. Give the ace serve to Cobb.
And here's Tiffin clicking off points, getting right back into this set.
Cobb methodically approaches the serve. She'll float it across, this time Shelton there with the pass. Cardwell jump set to Olson. Passed up on the back line, and how about Gabby Olson? Skies for that one and puts it down with one hand, 20-16. That was impressive.
And that's exactly what Cedarville needed. I mean, Gabby got up and went straight down. Tiffin didn't have a chance to get defense under that.
Point number 20 for Cedarville. Here comes Whiteman. The attack blocked out of bounds. Point for the Dragons. Pratt and Cricky couldn't keep that one in play. 20-17 Cedarville. And we'll get things back in order. A serve coming from Tiffin.
Not sure what happened there. Angela actually went back with the ball in her hand to serve, but Tiffin's really got the serve, and they served without the signal from the official.
Lattimore on the serve. Pratt, the pass to Cardwell. Tough play for Cricky, and too close to the net. Rachel could not get it over, and it's 20-18. Lady Jackets by just 2, and Lattimore again serving.
This is what we've seen all night. Not one team dominating for very long.
Pratt, another difficult pass for Cardwell. Out of the back row is Shelton. There's the pass. Huffman outside to Hicks, off the top of the block. A diving dig there by Becker. Shelton, this will be a roll shot from Pratt. Lattimore with the dig at the net. Weithman, quick attack, put down, but Abby's there with the dig at the net. A battle for it, and it's going to be won by Cardwell. Going up against Hicks, 21-18 Cedarville.
And that's got to help Cardwell feel better. She got up and she won. They both were holding on the ball above the net, but she pushed through and was able to get that block.
Cardwell 5'7", Hicks at 5'9". Kristen won the point. Back to the action. That'll be a point, and a touch at the net by Cedarville. Give the kill to Miglin of the Dragons. (21-19). Weithman serving for Tiffin. Pratt on the pass. Cardwell near side to Wilkerson, goes up strong, double block, and Cricky stuck out one arm, and the ball ricochets away. 21-20, just a 1-point lead now for Cedarville.
And again, Cricky just reacted to the ball, stuck her hand out, and took Cardwell out of play.
Weithman again serving. This is Pratt on the pass to Cardwell. Back to Chrissy, partially blocked at the net, saved there by Hicks. Two-hand push shot. There's Becker with the dig. Now Pratt from the left side through the double block of Huffman and Miglin for the kill.
What a nice pass from Angela Becker. She was able to get that right in the hands of Cricky in front of the 10-foot line. Offense was able to be run.
22-20 Cedarville. Chrissy Pratt jump serve. Passed up by Cobb. Weithman back set to Miglin. Partially blocked at the net by Cedarville. Cardwell outside to Shelton down line, but it's going to be out of bounds on the near sideline. And it'll be a point for the Dragons. Nice idea, just not in play for Abby.
Abby read that well. She just couldn't adjust her shoulders mid-air, sent it out of bounds.
Tazi in to serve. Her team trailing by 1, 22-21, trailing 2-1. Becker on the pass to Cardwell. Wilkerson cross court. There's the dig by the Dragons, and coming across to get it was Lattimore. Cobb backed out of the way. The ball falls to the ground, 23-21 Cedarville.
And Cedarville now needs to, Gabby's just come back in. They need to use her because she was so effective right before she went off the court.
Cricky serving. This is the pass by Tazi. Tough play. And now the Dragons scrambling. There's the dig by Cricky. Cardwell near side to Shelton, goes up strong, and it's touched by Lattimore, and we are at match point, 24-21, Lady Jackets. Rachel Cricky to serve.
And if at all possible, put it in the hands of Gabby Olson.
Short serve. Tazi comes in to get it. Whiteman, far side to Cobb, goes up strong, and the double block by Taylor Wilkerson, and Gabby Olson puts it down for the match point, 25-21. The Lady Jackets defeat the Dragons here 3-1. After dropping the first set 25-17, the Lady Jackets come back to win 25-21, 26-24, and 25-21 to move to 16-6 on the year, and the Dragons fall to 12-10.
That's exactly what we talked about before this match started, that this was going to be a back and forth battle, that both teams were pretty even. As we looked at the stats and their common opponents, we saw that whoever played their A game at the end, we're going to be able to do that. And the home court advantage certainly helped Cedarville tonight. Both teams were able to play a good, aggressive, offensive game. They both played good at the net as far as blocking, but if I had to give an edge, it looked like Tiffin had a little bit better defense, but Cedarville was able to hang on and get some offensive tools going towards the end that let them finish strong. Both teams had good runs, and so with that in mind, we didn't know set by set who was going to end up on top. I think we saw that 26-24 was a key, and whoever had won that set was going to win the match, and that's exactly what happened.
Well, Lady Jackets victorious here this evening over Tiffin in a non-conference battle, 3-1. As we look quickly at some of the statistical highlights, first of all, for the Dragons, just one player in double figures on the front line. That was Amanda Curry. She came up with 12 kills to lead the Tiffin offense, 9 kills coming from Danielle Hicks and Olivia Cobb, 9 kills each, and 36 assists for setter Emily Weithman. And on the back line, 16 digs for libero Taylor Lattimore, and 9 blocks on the front line for Jenna Hoffman. The Dragons hit 19% for the match and put up 10 blocks against Cedarville. For the Lady Jackets, 3 players in double figures in kills, 17 for Abby Shelton, 15 for Gabby Olson, and 11 for Taylor Wilkerson, 7 kills from Chrissy Pratt. And on the back line, some outstanding defensive play, 19 digs for Abby Shelton, 16 for Chrissy Pratt, 13 for Angela Becker, and 12 for Taylor Wilkerson. The Lady Jackets just solid on the back line here this evening. 44 assists for senior setter Kristen Cardwell. And on the front line, blocking-wise, 4 blocks by Rachel Cricky to lead the way. And the Lady Jackets for the match attacked at 22% to win it 3-1, 17-25, 25-21, 26-24, 25-21 in front of a crowd of just over 200 fans here this evening.
And we were able to see the results of 2 well-coached and well-prepared teams. Tiffin has a nice, strong, scrappy defense. They started out with a really quick, fast-paced offense. Cedarville made some adjustments, slowed them down a little bit, but I really like that Cedarville had different players that stepped up to the plate. Started out with Taylor at the beginning, the first couple sets playing really, really well, and then you got Gabby Olson going, and then Abby Shelton, this last set, really came on strong, not just with digs, but at the net. And so it was good to see a mix. You had Chrissy Pratt right in the middle of all that, but it was nice to see a more balanced team attack tonight.
Well, the homestand will continue this coming Friday night, October 21st, another non-conference opponent, and it'll be Indiana Wesleyan, an NAI school, coming to town at 7 o'clock. We'll have it for you here on Stretch Internet. If you can't get out here in person, love to have you join us on Stretch Internet. The Wildcats currently 25-2 on the season. They are ranked number 1 in the National Christian College Athletic Association. The Lady Jackets, with their 16-6 record, ranked number 2 in the nation in the NCCAA, so it should be a really exciting contest. Look forward to bringing you that one. But that's going to do it here tonight. The Lady Jackets victorious over Tiffin. For Teresa Clark, I'm Jim Clark. Thank you for watching Lady Jacket Volleyball on Stretch Internet. We appreciate the work tonight of Noah Taylor.